So at the end of my last video from a couple of days ago, I very confidently announced the following. And that appears to be it from the Riddler and rattaalada.com. How wrong I was. A mere 2 days after that video was uploaded, Rattaalada has come out with more riddles, more prizes, and hints that there is even more to come. So just like in the first 6 batches, we get 3 riddles, and that unlocks a prize and a code. So without further ado, let's jump into the first riddle. While it shouldn't be a controversial policy, many of Gotham's elite prefer to do the opposite of what is best. The answer is honesty. No city is eternal, not even Gotham. An empire falls, but this word still rings true. The answer is veritas. And finally, the famous crave me, others protect themselves from me. No matter how you define me, I always end with certainty. And the answer is exposure. So when you get those 3 answers correct, the Riddler says something along the lines of, I have no more riddles for you to solve, but I have one more secret to share. Click for reward. And when you click through to the reward, you get this image. The file name is Year 1, Unmask the Truth. And we see the Riddler's glasses on top of some financial reports. And in the right-hand lens are the words Riddler Year 1. Now, something else interesting about this image is that it has the DC logo in the corner. That has not appeared on any of the other images that we've received so far. And also, it's not a photograph or a scan. This is like a piece of comic art. And of course, Batman Year 1 is one of the comics that went on to inspire the film. So could this be an announcement for a Riddler comic? Now, I'd love to tell you that I solved this with my cunning and my guile, but actually this image appeared online in several other places. Matt Reeves, director of The Batman, tweeted it out. The official Batman movie account tweeted it out. DC released a press release about it, and obviously that unleashed a flood of news articles on the internet, and before you know it, everyone's talking about it. So the big news is that yes, there is a Riddler Year 1 comic coming out, and Paul Dano is going to write it. So that we're getting all the information on the right order, I'm just going to read the DC press release for you so you've got all the info. So the press release goes as follows. For many film and comic book fans, Paul Dano's portrayal of the Riddler in Matt Reeves The Batman, brackets in theaters now, was arguably one of the most chilling and terrifying incarnations ever seen in a Batman film. This October, fans will have the opportunity to learn more about the Riddler's origins in Riddler Year 1, a 6-issue bi-monthly DC Black Label series, written by the Batman actor Paul Dano, with art by acclaimed European illustrator Stefan Subic, making his DC debut. This series explores the background of how accountant Edward Nashton went from a simple Gotham City nobody to becoming Batman's nemesis, setting them on a collision course in the blockbuster feature film. So the important stuff there is that's not coming out till October, it's going to be bi-weekly, and it's going to be a prequel. So that is all very exciting. But jumping back to rattaalada.com, refreshing the page, we get a new message from the Riddler, which says, if you think this is the end, you're just kidding yourself. And we get this code. The file name is just 6 more days, and the glyphs translate to just kidding yourself, giving us the J, which is the final letter of the Riddler's cipher. So we now have a complete alphabet. But the most intriguing thing about refreshing the page is that right at the bottom is a timer, and it is ticking down. So at time of recording, it is at 5 days, 17 hours, 39 minutes, and 50 seconds, which means it should hit 0 at 5 p.m. GMT on Thursday, the 24th of March. So the question is, what is the timer ticking down to? Is it going to be more puzzles? Is it going to reveal some more of this new Riddler comic? Is it going to be something else entirely? There's several other spin-offs in the works from the Batman, including a show about the Penguin and a show about Arkham Asylum, so maybe it'll be something to do with that. But the only way to know for sure is to wait till next Thursday. And whatever it is, I will be sure to update you. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.